members, and honored guests. Chaplain Overboard in Wyoming. A slimy, sloppy, pendulous spittle cascaded down my face as my pit bull, Blue, decided it was time for me to wake up. It was 5:30 in the morning. I took her for a walk and I came back. I got dressed, had my coffee and oatmeal, and proceeded to work. It was my second day on the job as a hospice chaplain for Ecumen Hospice of the Twin Cities. I had my orientation the day before, and so this day, day 2, I was meeting with my boss, Chris, for her to get feedback from me on what the orientation was like and how they could do better, because the organization was just 3 years old in the Twin Cities. I was feeling full of optimism and good graces, and so I arrived at my office after 20 miles of driving, parked my car, and went in for my meeting. The meeting was convivial and productive, and was over in about 2 hours. I had a bit of lunch. It was about 12:30 now, and then I received a call from Alan Berger, a former firefighter, who was going to be my mentor that day. He told me to type into my GPS, North Branch, Ecumen Hospice, and then to meet him at 1:30. It was about 10 minutes to 1, and so I surmised I had plenty of time to get there. I ate my lunch, tuna on toast with tomato, had some water, and set out at 10 minutes to 1 for this 1:30 meeting with my mentor chaplain. I set out, I left the home office at Oakdale, St. Paul, and headed to North Branch. My GPS told me that I would be 25 miles of driving. And so I drove due north, very straight road, and after 25 minutes, I was still driving. It's now 1:15. My meeting is at 1:30. It's my second day on the job. I want to be on time. I continue to drive, and as I'm going along, I see a sign, and the sign says, Wyoming. Panic set in. My mouth got dry. I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. What am I doing in Wyoming? You must understand, I'm from an island called Bermuda, which is 21 miles long. I have no idea about these lengths, but I thought I'd be on time. It's now 20 minutes after 1, and I have 10 minutes. In my panic, I thought, how did I get into Wyoming? Didn't I have to cross 2 Dakotas first? It's not possible, is it? But there's the sign. I panicked. I took the first exit that I saw, and I saw a Walmart looming in the distance. I parked quickly. Called up Alan, and I said, Alan, I'm in Wyoming. I'm going to be late. I am so sorry. It is not like me to be late like this, but I'm in Wyoming. I saw the sign. I don't know what to do. He says, it's fine. Put it back in your GPS. I'll see you at 1:30. Don't be late. You're meeting the big boss. His name is Seth. The big boss is my boss, Chris, and then the next boss, Digby's boss, Seth. 1:30. It's now 1:25. I type it into my GPS and it tells me I have 25 more miles to go. And I think to myself, well, if I'm in Wyoming and I didn't cross 2 Dakotas, how is it possible I'm in Wyoming and I have 24 miles to go? I'm going to be late. I'm panicked. It was cold in my car, but I started to sweat. I'm worried. It's my second day on the job and I'm about to be late because it's now 1:30. I drive as fast as I could, worried about getting stopped, but fortunately for me, I didn't. 1:45, I'm now 15 minutes late. I'm further panicked. I pull into the driveway and I stop. I call Alan up and I say, Alan, I'm here. Where are you? I said, I'm in the parking lot. He says, well, there are 5 buildings to this office. Which one are you at? I said, I don't know. I'm here. He says, wait there. Alan proceeds to walk out of a glass door, having seen me arrive, without telling me he's seen me arrive. And I walk towards him, panicked. I'm flummoxed. I'm worried. The big boss. I'm now 20 minutes late. What's going to happen to me? This is not a good impression. Alan calmly walks through the corridor as it snaked around. I get to the door. It's now 10 minutes to 2, and I'm now 40 minutes late. He knocks on the door. I walk in, and he turns and he says, this is the new chaplain. I turn and I come in, and I'm so bothered, and everybody starts clapping. Seth stands up, the big boss, and says, you're 10 minutes early. Welcome